What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. Now it's time for the WWE's annual Money in the Bank as 14 superstars vie for their chance at the all-important Money in the Bank briefcase. Join us now as we look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly, as well as a recap of the show. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. The show started off with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, as it was Lacey Evans, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka, Shotzi, and Becky Lynch vying for that briefcase. Now, after the various competitors destroyed each other with high spots and ladder shots, it's down to Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan. Becky climbs one ladder while Liv climbs another. Becky kicks Morgan's ladder, but Morgan wisely kicks the ring rope, bouncing back and knocking Lynch off the ladder as Morgan climbs the ladder and secures the briefcase for the win as she becomes Ms. Money in the Bank. Next up is the US Championship match as Theory takes on Bobby Lashley. It's a back and forth battle that sees Theory spear Lashley and go for the uptown as Lashley counters and applies the hurtlock for the submission win and actually wins the United States Championship. Next up is the Raw Women's Championship match as Bianca Belair takes on Carmella. Carmella catches Bianca Belair with a super kick for a brief offensive flurry but wastes too much time trash talking. The champion lifts Carmella up and hits the KOD for the easy win. Bianca Belair retains the Raw Women's Championship. She celebrates after a win, but only for Carmella to ambush her and lay her out in the ring. There's a hype video for WWE signing Logan Paul, and Paul challenges The Miz to a match at SummerSlam, so that's officially on. Next up is the undisputed tag team match between the Usos and the Street Profits. The Street Profits start off strong, but the Usos turn the tide. It's a brutal battle that sees the Usos hit the double super kick and the 1D on Montez Ford for the win. But it's not quite as simple as that, as after the match, Ford complains that his shoulder was up, something that the instant replay confirmed. However, as fans know, the referee's decision is final, so look for a rematch down the line. Next up, the SmackDown Women's Champion Ronda Rousey takes on Natalya, and Natalya shows she's determined to win the match and punish Ronda Rousey. Both women trade submission holds, and at one point Rousey tweaks her knee after Natalya sends her out of the ring. Rousey fights through the pain and locks in the armbar, forcing Natalya to tap as Ronda Rousey retains, but it's not over just yet as Liv Morgan's music plays and she cashes in her recently won Money in the Bank briefcase. So this is now an official match. Rousey is ready for Morgan and locks in her ankle lock as the match begins. But Morgan isn't ready to waste her cash in and escapes, rolling Rousey up for the 1-2-3 as Liv Morgan is now the new SmackDown Women's Champion. And now it's time for the main event as the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, which sees Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Omos, Sami Zayn, Riddle, Madcap Moss, and another competitor. As before the match begins, WWE authority figure Adam Pearce announces that he wants to raise the stakes and add a wrestler to the match, introducing Theory as the 8th competitor. It's a classic case of a human demolition derby as all 8 wrestlers pummel each other. After Omos' opponents put him through a table, they focus on each other, wearing each other down until Riddle hits a super RKO on Seth Rollins. Riddle goes for the briefcase, but Theory beats him to the punch, securing the briefcase. Theory is Mr. Money in the Bank as the show closes out. Well, that was a quick recap of the show. What about the good, the bad, and the downright ugly? As always, we start off with the good as number 1, Liv wins it. Could Liv Morgan's Money in the Bank win be the tipping point in her career? Morgan, who has struggled to win a women's championship, finally got a major win, proving that she has what it takes to be a winner rather than a perennial contender. As big a moment as a briefcase win was, even bigger things were obviously in store as Liv wins it Part 2. Not only did Liv Morgan win the Money in the Bank briefcase, but she successfully cashed it in, defeating Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship. The feel-good moment was everything Morgan fans could ask for and more, as Morgan looked like she was on the way to becoming the first woman to unsuccessfully cash in a briefcase. It was the ultimate feel-good moment and is likely going to be remembered for many years to come. Be sure to look at the real reasons why Liv Morgan won the briefcase and the belt soon. Number 3, Corey crushes it. A hat tip to Corey Graves, who stepped up his announce game tonight with plenty of clever calls, including a hilarious one during the Lashley Theory match, where Theory curled up for the fetal position and Graves said Theory was appealing to Lashley's maternal instinct, and a shout out to Michael P.S. Hayes. Corey also teased some tension with SmackDown's Pat McAfee, leaving things open for a bout between the two down the road. Number 4, a curious clip. What the hell was that we just saw? The WWE Universe was asking this after a teaser captured everyone's attention. Speculation quickly turned to a possible Bray Wyatt return, but it could have been anything. WrestleVotes commented on it, tweeting, "Don't get overly excited about that vignette." fans are thinking that the vignette could be about Bray Wyatt, Edge, or even Gable Steveson. Whoever it was, it's got the fans talking, and it's exactly what the WWE wants. But my guess is on Edge. Number 5, a fantastic finish. How'd you top off a phenomenal fight between the Usos and the Street Profits? That's quite the question, as fans have come to accept exceptional matches between the two, but also question if the Usos are ever going to drop the Undisputed Tag Team Championship. Thankfully, the wrestlers delivered the tag team turmoil the fans expected, while also finding a clever way to set up a rematch, by making it clear Montez Ford's shoulder was up when he was pinned. This is much better than having the Profits lose only just to get another title shot randomly. Count on seeing a SummerSlam rematch, as fans wonder if the Profits will be the team that finally defeats the Usos for the title. Number 6, don't ever break up the Street Profits, please. And while Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins have plenty of potential as single stars, we hope the WWE doesn't break them up. They're one of the best tag teams in the WWE, and they still have a lengthy shelf life, particularly if they turn them heel. Why not take a New Day approach to things if the WWE is interested in seeing how Montez and Ford fare in singles actions? The two can wrestle in singles competition, then reunite. Number 7, an OMG moment. What's a ladder match without at least one OMG moment? Well, that's a question we hope we'll never have to see answered, and tonight's Clash of the Titans featured several sensational spots where the mere mortals in the match tried to deal with the Nigerian giant Omos. The wrestlers tried burying Omos in the ladders, then finally found the solution to their problem when they lifted the big man up and put him through a table, neutralizing him long enough so they could turn their attention to each other. The men's ladder match was a reminder that wrestlers don't have to be put through multiple tables or sent crashing from 6 stories in the air, as tonight's ladder match was anything but boring, but the wrestlers worked safely, well at least it looked that way, while creating the illusion that they were sending each other into early retirement. And what's he doing here? A Theory's surprise appearance in the men's Money in the Bank makes sense when you look at the big picture, as it's obvious that WWE has big plans for Mr. McMahon's protege. Now look out for the real reason why he won. Some fans were likely disappointed to see Theory sneak his way into the match, but that's the whole point. He had an unfair advantage thanks to Mr. McMahon looking out for him, and there's no telling just how far McMahon will go in making Theory live up to his dreams. While it's safe to say the universe was hoping to see Drew McIntyre or Seth Rollins capture the briefcase, we're hopeful that the payoff of Theory winning will be worth the other wrestlers coming up short. But that was a good one about the baddest. Number 1, rookies need not apply. Tonight's women's Money in the Bank ladder match was a painful and hopefully figuratively painful reminder of what happens when too many rookies work a ladder match. Although it was good to see Shotzi and Raquel Rodriguez in the match, both women had trouble executing the various spots you'd expect in a ladder match, making the match look like a goofs and gaffs video. Even Liv Morgan had her problems, including a spot where she slapped her opponent like an arthritic octogenarian. Number 2, a main event match. Tonight's Raw Women's Championship match between Bianca Belair and Carmella was a main event worthy match. Well, actually, unfortunately it was main event worthy, as in Hulu's main event show, and it had no business being on a premium event. Now, we've said it before that someone in management really must like Carmella, because she's not over as a heel and she's an average wrestler on a good night. This match was nothing but filler and had no business being on the premium event. If the WWE wanted to give fans a break to pay the pizza delivery person, they should have aired a hype video. There was nothing downright ugly, as although Carmella's presence in the World Championship match would have ended up here if Bianca Belair hadn't salvaged the match, tonight's show provided plenty of feel-good moments and some excellent matches, including the non-stop action of the men's ladder match, a tag team match that was even better than expected, and a Talia vs Rousey match that might seem like it belonged on TV but actually rose to the premium event level thanks to the work of both of its competitors. A fantastic feel-good moment for Liv Morgan, and Theory's surprise win in the main event, and it was a damn good pay-per-view. What do you guys think of Money in the Bank? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.